Hello, everybody out there. How are you doing? My name is James Caldwell, and I am back with you again with my series. I'm just saying. Today, I want to talk about the show that is back for their second season. It's Married to Medicine. Oh boy, I didn't know how I felt about the show last year, but it got to be really, it was something else as it got toward the end of the season. So here we are, and I was actually sitting up waiting for them, and they're back. And they are really carrying on. It seems that there's a lot of things that have actually gone on since the last time that we actually seen them. My favorite person on there was actually Quad. I loved Quad. Mariah, I learned to stomach because the two of them. Oh, let me just go ahead and say it. The two of them act like really. Oh, okay. I'm trying to say this without being really rude. They act like two big fags, and they drive me crazy when they're actually together. All that, yes, Miss Hattie, and yes, girl. It's just too much. Women that do that, it's just too much. That whole fag hag thing, it just takes me over the side. But through all of that, I do still like them. I live for Quad. I think she's very sharp. I love her fashion sense. I love the way she carries herself, other than her, all her fagisms. So anyway, they start right into the season, right in. Literally, we're 6 minutes in, and what do they drop on us? Messy Queen, Miss Rico, Miss Rico Chappelle, the little fashion designer. Mess. I don't understand why every reality show has to have a messy queen. Why? Why? Derek J. I never see all that from Derek J. All that messiness. I see Derek J making his money, advertising his product, advertising his service and what he's doing, and he's pretty quiet. He keeps it to a low. Miss Lawrence is just loud, wrong, and ridiculous. And now here we got Rico. Now here you go, faggot. Really? What is really going on? You're all loud and you're in the midst of these people starting trouble. What is that all about? Now, as it started, Mariah's ridiculous. We all know Mariah's ridiculous. She really can be. She is stuck on wanting to be the queen bee. She wants to be Beyonce. She wants to be the top of the chain. You want to be the top of this food chain. I brought everybody in. I brought everybody in. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. She's worse than Nene is with it. But this is her thing. She wants to be respected as the person that brought everybody in. All right, fine, bitch. You brought everybody in. Now what? Because if you look at it, now her and Quad they done fell out. Rico's in the middle because and I don't believe he started off being messy. He asked Quad to do a photo shoot for him after Mariah said that she couldn't do it. So that was Mariah just being ridiculous because she got all bent out of shape about it. But I think there's more to it. As they were going on there talking, I believe there's more to it. Mariah was saying that Rico was really in the middle and he was making some phone calls back and forth. Messy queen, messy. And then he started talking about how she was wanting to be the queen bee and she's not, and this, that, and the other. I'm like, here you go, sissy. Get out of the women's business and mind your business. Sell your clothes. Sell your clothes to Mariah. Sell your clothes to Quad and shut your goddamn ugly ass mouth. Shut up. Whatever. But I guess you have to get on the show. I guess you got to be a messy queen, and that's the only way you'll get on there or something. But messy, messy, messy. Miss Quad looking good again as usual. I love it. I really like her. Only thing I like her better in her black hair. Her black hair, really did it for me. I really like Quad in her black hair, but that's a woman. Women are made up of a lot of different layers, so they try a lot of different things. And they get back to what's good and what really works. But I love her and her black hair. And what I also love, I love her interaction with her husband. So I was laughing earlier when it was airing. I was saying, no wonder whenever they had that little situation, her and her husband, that they both ended up being carted off to jail and both got mugshots because they deal with each other like she's one of the boys, kind of. They have fun. You can see that they actually have fun together. And to me, that's a good thing. Like he was messing with her in the kitchen, she had her little lingerie on and all that. And it was very cute. And then when he gave her very much of, let's go make a baby, and she gave, man, go ahead with all that. You know, that bitch is not trying to have no baby, okay? She is over that whole baby thing. She's good with them two little shitty dogs, and she's not trying to hear that. So I think that's real cute. That's funny. Um, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Jackie's back just being Dr. Jackie. You know, Dr. Jackie is that person who she's sweet as she can be. But she's one of those people who you would be friends with, and you know that deep down in their core they think they're better than you, and you just ignore it because you know that's her and that's who she is. You just ignore her. So Dr. Jackie's being Dr. Jackie. Toya, I cannot stand Toya. I couldn't stand Toya last season. I think she's ghetto. I think she's shady, and I don't really care for her. And she's a mess. She's a mess. You know, she's a perfect example. If you could take the person out the hood but can't get the hood out the person, she needs a damn perm. When you check her out, I said, now you got all this money and you bragged about how well you're doing. Edges just as nappy and dry. Really? Let's sit down, Toya. And I don't know who's doing her makeup. You know, that's ridiculous. She needs to get somebody to do her makeup in that. Because that eyeliner looks like she wet a charcoal briquette and just, you know, can't stand her. She's ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, the thing is, there's some new folks. We've only been introduced to one. It's this Dr. Heavenly that we got introduced to. I'm not a fan. And I am a fan of Dr. Simone. I do like Dr. Simone. And, you know, Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie a lot hang out together. You see basically how close they are. When they were going to the party, Dr. Simone went over there, went right on up in Jackie's closet, got a brand new purse up out of there. Those are friends. Those two do each other. There was a conversation between Dr. Heavenly and Toya before this party even started. It was very much, it put me right in mind of the first season of Atlanta Housewives, how Sheree did that nasty shit she did to Nene at that party. It was all planned. This was the same thing. It was an ambush. I didn't care for it at all. Dr. Heavenly had it already set in her mind that she was going to attack Dr. Simone and that she had something that she wanted to say to Dr. Jackie. Now, my thing is, why invite these women to your house and then pull this stunt at that party with their colleagues? That was not, I thought that was very shady. So now here we have this Dr. Heavenly, shady, messy boxhead bitch. I'm looking at her. She's going on about what she has and how great she is. She's a dentist. Big fucking deal. She hanging with Toya. They're obviously going to the same hairdresser. Nappy fucking edges. Dry ass hair. Weave not matching. Okay, you're on television. Sometimes you might have to go ahead and spring for the Remy, boo. Go on and spring for the Remy. Because the $9.99 bag from Joann's, that's not working. Her hair was a fucking mess. And even when she got dressed for her party, she was a fucking mess. From the hair to the dress to the edges to the way she was acting. Real nasty. She literally jumped right on Dr. Simone when she came in. She literally started going at her about how, you know, the difference between her and how she handles her husband and how she handles hers. And then that's the other thing, because there's some unsaid things that we haven't gotten to yet. And I've seen that at the end when they show you through the season, that there's going to be some problems between Cecil and Dr. Simone. Their marriage, they're having some marital problems. And I believe Little Nasty Heavenly knew that, because if you paid attention, she made a comment. She says, honey, I know you're unstable at this time, and I'm sorry. And she gave her, no, I'm very stable, and I'm very aware of my surroundings. Child, Miss Dr. Simone got in her ass. She tried to be real cute. She had it all planned out. She had already told Toya that she was going to put her out of her house and all of this kind of carrying on. Baby, none of that swayed Dr. Simone, okay? And she hadn't even got to drinking, because you know how Dr. Simone is once she go to drinking. She hadn't even got to drinking yet. And when she pulled that little stunt, she couldn't just win, because Dr. Simone wouldn't just shut up. And Jackie wouldn't shut up, so she pulled them back to the back room. And they're sitting there, and they're in there. Then here comes Mariah. She's Nevin, basically. Bitch look good, though. You know, she's a drag queen. She's giving, you know, ain't nobody else at the party giving her. She's giving feathers and big jewels, like she's getting ready to do a pageant. And she looked really good. She really did. She was snatched. She was really snatched, but she was giving you very much drag queen tease. And she's sitting there, she's always just too much. So I'm saying, okay, now what is she going to lend to the room since these are friends of hers? Obviously, she's been friends with them longer. Um, they go into the whole thing. They're talking about Dr. Jackie attacking some girl and calling the girl fat and saying she's unhealthy. Well, the girl was fat. And there is truth to the whole thing that Dr. Jackie was talking about. Was Dr. Jackie out of order? Yes, Dr. Jackie was out of order because nobody really wants to hear that when they're in their element. She wasn't there for a consultation, but that's Jackie, that's Jackie. That's how she gets down. But I don't believe that Dr. Heavenly was offended as she claimed she was. She was just messy and she was targeting Jackie and targeting Simone. Well, when old Boxhead, Dr. Heavenly, gave Dr. Simone, do I need to have you escorted out here? It didn't even phase her, baby. Didn't even move her. She gave her very much. Oh, well, I can go, darling, because I'm not comfortable anyway. And I fell dead out. I said, now that's how a bitch will get you, honey. When you think you saying something, you think you're going to throw a bitch out your house, and the bitch gives you, oh, well, I can go, bitch, because I've been thrown out of better holes, bitch. There was nothing to say. And then you didn't even follow through and throw the bitch out. Now, if I try to be fancy and it blows up in my face, the bitch would have definitely got out. She never even left. She got into another argument before she even decided to excuse herself. So, old boxhead, messy bitch, Dr. Heavenly, you have to rethink that shit because Simone has some shit for you. Jackie didn't like how any of it went down, but them bitches never left out of your house until they felt like leaving out of your house. You didn't get the chance to escort them out. So you better rethink it the next time you go fooling with them. And then Toya, she's all on this thing about her husband and how Dr. Simone was grinding up on her husband. Now, do I believe that that's the first time that they ever actually partied like that? Do I believe that Dr. Simone actually wants her husband? Come on. We've seen her husband, and we've seen Cecil. What does she want with your husband, darling? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They were just having a good time. I don't think that there was any intent, of disrespect behind it. I think they were just partying at a bowling party that was a week before. And they were just partying. That's the way they party. And Toya's just trying to make a damn storyline for herself, trying to make herself relevant. Don't worry. You're such a messy bitch, Toya, that you don't have to look for a storyline for yourself. Somebody's going to whoop your ass at some point. Again, just like you got bopped upside your head last season, talking shit and acting foolish. So, and then, did you catch it in the cut? Little Miss Carrie, the white woman from last season that was keeping up all the mess with Toya? They didn't even give that bitch any camera time. That bitch was over there. I you had to look real good to even see that she was at the party because I couldn't stand that bitch last season. She thought she was the motherfucking bee's knees. She didn't care nothing about none of them niggas. None of them. It was all about her. And you see what happened to her. No camera time, white bitch. I got very much, and I'm not a prejudiced person, but I got very much prejudice teased from her and her husband. And I felt as though, and if I'm wrong, please leave it in the comments, and maybe I'll look at it a different way. You know how I do. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. But all last season, Carrie, I thought she was a superior white woman with these niggas that were up underneath her. And she really just didn't have any time for it. And she just ended up taking the Toya. She turned on Mariah. As she took up with Toya. And Toya was a puppet for her. So now her and Toya are hanging out. But Toya got camera time. You don't have any camera time, darling. So did it really work out for you? Messy. Absolutely messy. But I seen her at the party as well. Just a mess. It was, the normal. This was the first episode. Wasn't a whole lot going on. Dr. Simone was saying some funny shit throughout there. She said, this bitch is on 10. She said, for some reason, Dr. Heavenly has taken the crazy and turned the knob all the way up. I fell out. That Dr. Simone's a reader. You got to watch her. And I just thought it was very, very tacky for her to ambush her like that. And Toya, where you're claiming that you and Simone are friends. You could have called Simone at home. You didn't have to talk to Simone about the little thing with your husband in the midst of that party. That was not even the place to do that. And then how'd you let it wait a whole week? Because if one of my good friends violates my marriage, baby, we're going to talk about it that night as soon as we get home. If not, before we leave the place, we're going to talk about it that night. With no week get in between what we would have to do. That's just some bullshit. And she was just trying to, again, make herself a storyline. We see you, Toya. We already hate you, so you don't need to make yourself a storyline. We really don't. You really don't. I hope this is the last that we're seeing of messy ass Rico, because I just don't want to be bothered with another messy queen bothering in these women's business. He need to mind his damn business. But anyway, that was season 2 of Married to Medicine. Looks like there's going to be some pretty funny stuff coming up, this year, and some pretty deep stuff as well. Quad was saying some things about her and Mariah. I think that situation is probably a little deeper than what we're even thinking. So I can't wait to actually see how that unfolds. But anyway, thank you guys for clicking on the video. I love talking to you guys and going through these things together and bouncing back and forth off each other. Definitely leave a comment. You can follow me on Twitter /spillitboy.com. Yeah, Spillitboy, sorry. That's my website is www.spillitboy.com. On Twitter, I'm twitter.com. /Spill It Boy. So definitely you can follow me on there. And again, I will be back to talk with you guys again very, very soon. You take care of yourselves and have a great night. And let's see how the season goes. Bye bye, y'all.